guys, and welcome back to another video. Now before this video actually starts, I just want to thank you guys because yesterday I actually reached 200 subscribers here on my YouTube channel, and of course I've no one to thank but you guys for continuing to share, comment, view, and of course subscribe to my YouTube channel. And it really does show that you guys have continued to provide support for this channel, because it took me 4 years to originally reach 100 subscribers, and I've reached another 100 in just 7 months, or I believe 8 months after that. So that is a significant decrease in the amount of time that it's taken me, and it's just, you know, kind of amazing that you guys have continued to do what you do best on YouTube and, you know, tell other people about my, you know, YouTube channel. But today we're going to be taking a look at another requested video by Kyo, and I'm sorry if I'm you know, pronouncing your name wrong, Kyo, but today we're going to be taking a look at crashing Windows 8.1, and I did a video a while back on crashing Windows 98, Windows XP, and Windows 7, I believe like about 2 years ago, and I never did Windows 8.1 because it wasn't out at that time. So we're just going to be seeing how Windows 8 reacts to these crashes, and I haven't really tested any one of these, so we'll just see how it works. So the Windows 7 method of crashing that I demoed in that video doesn't really work on Windows 8 anymore. So if you go up to the task manager and you try to end CSRSS, it will give you an error that says access is denied. And you basically, I'm not really sure how you work around that. I tried elevating through the Windows command prompt, and that didn't really work. So, and this account on this virtual machine is a Windows administrator, so I'm not really sure why that doesn't work. But we are going to kill the LSASS process, which is the Local Security Authority process. And LSASS is basically responsible for enforcing the security policy on the system, and it basically verifies users logging on to the computer and creates security tokens. And if we kill this, we're going to see some pretty interesting effects. So let's just try that right now, and you'll automatically see that Windows will just instantly say that your PC is going to restart in 1 minute, because it just realizes that that process has been killed. And if you try to open up most applications, you're going to see that you're not going to be able to run most of them. Now, I think some of them work, like you see Internet Explorer launched perfectly fine, but if we try to launch let's say Task Manager again, you'll see that it says the service cannot accept control messages at this time. And this is pretty much going to be the same thing with most other Windows, shall we say, core applications, because, you know, most other applications will work fine, but if you try to run, let's say, the virtual machine connection program, I have this pinned to the taskbar here. Let's see if this works, and if it does, it'll actually be pretty. Yeah, it seems to work fine. So it just depends on, you know, what. Oh, you see now it's just, you know, restarting because it's, you know, been 1 minute. And I also wouldn't recommend that you actually do these on like your real main computer, because it could harm your computer. But if you have an old computer that you don't really care about, or if you have like a Windows 8.1 virtual machine, then there's nothing really stopping you from doing that. But some of these like some of the things that I'm going to do could harm the system. So this virtual machine is a little bit slow, so I'm going to just let it boot up here. Alright, so we are all here booted back up into the Windows desktop, and that was the one little crash we did that the system could actually, you know, like recover from. And probably all the other ones that I'm going to be doing, the system's not really going to be able to recover from. And I'm actually going to be doing the deleting fonts thing that I did with Windows XP. I'm going to see if that still works. I'm not sure if it's going to, because again, I haven't tested any of this. And I'm also going to be trying to delete the modern UI apps. I found a way to delete the apps on the modern UI, and I'm going to see if we delete these, it'll actually still, you know, bring up the modern UI menu, and if it does, if we can still launch the apps from here. I would like to see if that still possible. Let's just start with deleting the modern UI apps. I'm actually interested to see how that works. So those are going to be located in this PC, local disk C, Windows, and then I actually think it's program files. Actually, it's going to be C program files, and then you have to like enable hidden folder. So you have to go to View, and then I think in Windows 8 you go to Options, and then yeah, change folder and search options, and we have to go. I think it's View, Show Hidden Files and Folders, and we want to we do not want to hide protected operating system files. So we'll say yes, and we'll also display the full path because I just like that way. And we also I think that's all we need. Oh, I also want to find there's a way. Yeah, hide extensions. We don't want to hide extensions either, so we'll apply that. Alright, now we can see hidden files. Now the folder is Windows Apps. This is the folder for everything contained in the modern UI. So we're not, like by default, we don't have access to this folder. So we have to get access. And to do that, we have to open up the Windows Security tab, which is, if you click on this, I think it should just do it for you. Yeah, we can do right here. Because it doesn't want you getting access to this folder, obviously, because you can, delete these files and, make the system unstable. So we'll go to advanced, and I believe you have to change the owner to like to the name of this computer. So let's type that in here, and we'll replace owner on subcontainers, and we will change I think we have to go in here and change. Actually, let's just leave that way, and it's going to change the ownership of everything on the inside, which might take a while because there's a lot of apps installed. Okay, so we're finished with that. So let's just close out of this. I think we should now be able to delete this folder, so we can get access to it. If we click on continue here, it should give us access to it now since we're the owner. If it doesn't, I'm not really sure what we're supposed to do. I think we might have to do something else in that security tab, but yeah, see, now we have access to it, and these are all of the apps that are installed in this menu. Of course, the modern UI start menu. I'll just bring it up here. Here it is again. We're gonna, it's all of these apps. I think it's all of the app shortcuts too. But you see, we have like Microsoft.Zoom video, and I guess this is like the version number, Xbox Live Games, Windows Sound Recorder, and then we have this deleted folder, which again we don't have access to, but now we do. We have the Skype app, Windows Communications app, apps, modern calendar, views. There's a lot of stuff in here. So let's just go to Windows apps, or back to program files, and we'll highlight Windows apps, shift delete, and enter, and we'll see what it does. And it's deleting 10,934 items from program files. And we'll just click on more details to see, more of what it's doing. And system file, sure, we'll remove it. Do yes for all. Okay. So there we go. Windows apps is now removed. So if we open up the modern UI, let's just say we want to launch people. Yeah, it's just gonna crash now. So now we've basically, okay, yeah, we've kind of screwed up the modern UI now, because now it'll do this where it's still minimized to the taskbar down here, but if we try to open it up, it just like shows for a split second and then just goes away, and we have this annoying switch between apps thing here, and I guess it just went away, and I can't even switch between apps. It's all messed up. Let's just go back to here. Let's open up the mail app and see. Yeah, I think everything's gonna fail to run now. Let's see, open up finances, and again they're all down here. Let's just, yeah, it's kind of, now I think if we restart, it's going to yeah, let's just try to, actually I don't know if we're going to be able to restart, because up here is, let's just see if we're restarting. Yeah, it's okay, so we can still restart, thankfully, because I thought we couldn't do that because I was contained within the modern UI. And I wonder if we're gonna still be able to boot up, because you know, that's like the modern UI is kind of the main interface for Windows 8, and if that's gone, I don't know how it's going to react to that. But here we are booting up here. It's going to probably give us like a Windows protection, or like a Windows file protection, I think it's called, like, you know, one of those errors, but we'll just see. So we're here at the welcome screen. It's, you know, booting us in, and it's, well, let's just see what it does. I mean, it's still able to load this. I guess this wasn't contained within the modern UI. Well, you know, obviously it wasn't. It's not a Windows 8 app, but actually I think it might be fine because we're just going to boot right to the desktop. Yeah, so, you know, maybe if you don't want the modern UI apps, you can just delete that folder and you won't even have to, like, you won't be able to launch the modern UI stuff anymore. But yeah, we can still get to it. We can still bring up this interface, but all the apps don't work anymore. They just crash on boot. Of course, maybe they don't now. Maybe, yeah. Okay, now they're working again. That's kind of weird. Let's close that. Let's get to start again. Now I want to go down. There we go. Start. People was the one that wasn't working. Yeah, it just crashed. Right? Okay, so apparently Internet Explorer still works. I don't know how that works, but it does. So we'll just, you know, close out of that here. Maybe that's like not contained within that folder. I don't know where else it would be then. But yeah, there's your deleting of modern UI apps. Alright, so I actually had to reset the virtual machine state because we had a little bit of an issue after I deleted the Windows apps folder. So I'm gonna actually move on now to deleting the fonts. I'm actually, you know, going to see if that even works. Apparently we're initializing some devices here. I don't really know what that would be, but yeah, let's just get on to deleting the fonts in the Windows folder. So to do that, we have to go into here, and we actually have to take ownership of the entire Windows folder. So to do that, we just have to go into here, and we're going to uncheck read only and hit apply, and then we'll hit OK, and it's probably going to not allow us to do this. Yeah, see, it's not going to, see, access is denied. So, you see, I'm not even sure if we can do this. I think it's in security we have to change the owner of, yeah, see, let's just change the owner here. Just like we did before. We'll just change the owner of everything in the Windows folder. Alright, so now we have this little message that says, if you have just taken the ownership of the object, you will need to close and reopen this object's properties before you can view or change permissions. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have to close out of this, and we're going to have to open it back up and go back over to, I'm going to first uncheck read only again. I guess it didn't apply before, so we'll continue and we'll see. I guess access is still denied. So to change, let's go back into security, go to advanced, and let's change replace all child object permission entries so that everything inside of this folder will be changed. And we're going to change trusted installer to deny full control of everything. And we're going to change system to do the same thing. So we got to go edits, and we'll deny full control. And then we have another system entry, so we have to do deny full control. Then for the administrators, we want to edit, and we want to allow full control. And this folder, subfolders, and files. And I actually might have to change that on the system one too. So if we hit apply, this will replace explicitly defined permissions on all the sensitive objects with inheritable permissions from Windows. Setting to deny permissions entry, yes. You're about to change permissions from system folders, yes. Okay, now it's going to set that security information. Alright, so that has finished, so now we should have access to this folder. So let's change, so now it is no longer read-only, so actually we have to set it first. So, okay, now it's going to add those file attributes to the Windows folder, so I think this is going to take a while. Just about 9 minutes it says, so it's not that long, but I'm going to pause the video again and I'll come back once it's finished. Alright, so it took a while, but finally we are done writing that entry to the Windows folder. So now we can go in, we can find the fonts folder, and let's just try to delete it. So we'll press Shift Delete, and we'll press Enter, and we'll see what is done. So apparently, this action can't be completed for Sega UI because it's open in CSRSS.exe. So we'll just skip this one, and we'll skip this one also. We'll just skip all of those. But there we go. So just these fonts. So we have 4 fonts left on the entire system. So I wonder if we actually boot up, and like I just wonder how we would actually delete these fonts, you know, without. Yeah, I don't know. I heard there was a way if you like change the name of it or something to like. Yeah, like that. I think you do it like that, and then you delete it. It's open in Windows Explorer. Okay. Let's just try to change the name of all of these fonts. Like, let's try that, and then we'll restart, and we'll see what happens. So I'm just gonna change. Okay, so that's changed. Let's restart. We'll see what. Oh, you can see we already are having an interesting effect, because the fonts up here are just gone now. Same with up here, actually, on the live tiles. They're all, like, you can't read anything anymore. So I'm gonna actually, I wonder if you can read it from the charms on the side here. No, you can't read it. Well, that's pretty funny. I wonder if you go to settings, no, you can't read anything at all. So I don't know which one is to shut down, so I'm just going to run it from the run box. I'm going to shut down -R-T0, and we'll just do it from command prompt that way. Is he even gonna restart? What is it doing? What is it doing? It's not restarting for some reason. It's kind of strange. Huh. Apparently it can't find Task Manager. Maybe it's like in the process of restarting. I'm just gonna like do a forced restart from the VM. The request to reset the virtual machine failed because the corresponding VMware tool script did not run successfully. Maybe the systems are just like locked up right now or something. I don't know. I do not know what is going on. Let me try to force power off. Yeah, I can't, like, it's locked up right now. I can't do anything. So, we'll just have to wait for it. Okay, so I was finally able to restart it. But let's see if it's turning back on now. Okay, so we got the Windows logo. I think that it's going to have a similar effect like Windows XP, where it'll boot up, but it's just not going to load any fonts because it can't find any of them. But this is going to be interesting to see how it, you know, handles that. And then since I like reset the virtual machine while I was in the middle of it, I might go in and delete. Oh, what is this? Auto CHK program not found. Skipping auto check. Okay. PC ran into a problem. I think we may have just crashed it right now. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I didn't test any of this before that I started recording, so I had no clue what kind of effects this was going to have on the computer. Yeah, I wonder if... Yeah, it's just going to keep looping now, I guess, because it can't find the auto check program or something. But yeah, there's the Windows 8 boot screen for those of you who have never seen it before. And yeah, there's the little error message down there, 0xC0000021A down there at the bottom, and it just says they're collecting some error info, and then they'll restart the computer for us. So I don't know. I think it's just going to wrap up the video because I don't think we're going to be able to boot it back up. So yeah, apparently deleting the fonts on Windows 8 will just render the whole computer just unbootable. So don't delete your system fonts. And actually don't do any of this I did in this video, because unless you're in like a virtual machine, because it will, as you can see, it will completely mess up your computer. But thank you to Kyo for the video idea, and as always guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.